Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. This is a request video, fantasy fight talk, Prime BJ-Penn versus Prime Khabib Nurmagomedov. Now, BJ-Penn arguably at one point was the greatest lightweight of all time. Some, I'm sure, still believe that. Khabib Nurmagomedov, I think at this point, widely considered as the greatest lightweight of all time. Interesting style matchup. Just gonna kind of wing it on this one. Speak from the heart, rant. So let's get into it. Alright, so let's start with BJ-Penn. BJ-Penn, absolute legend of the sport, one of the greatest fighters to ever do it, 100% without a doubt. Penn should have retired a long time ago. Him on this big losing streak hurts his legacy, but in many ways not really, because those that know Prime BJ-Penn, watched him compete during those dominating years, we know what he's about and we know what he was capable of. Penn is clearly way out of his prime. So losing the way he has been in recent years, does it really take away from how great he was? I don't really think so. Now, Prime Penn had great boxing, really good stand-up, bricks for hands, definitely KO power. He had a really awesome ground game. They don't call him the prodigy for nothing. If I'm not mistaken, he got his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt within 3 years. It takes on average about 10. So that says a lot. You could also look up his accolades in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, his accomplishments. Prime Penn had a granite chin, super durable, amazing takedown defense. He would hop around on one leg, punching you in the face, and you couldn't take him down. Prime Penn had a crushing top game. He would be on top of you in half guard, smashing on you, transition, just float on you to mount, beat on you some more, make you give up your back, then choke you out. His dexterity in his legs, absurd. It was crazy how he would trap one arm with a leg and snag that rear naked. BJ-Penn at one point was a force. He just had that it factor. That magic touch, looked pretty much unbeatable for a little stint there. Khabib Nurmagomedov, probably the best functional wrestler in mixed martial arts, maybe of all time. His control is amazing. His ability to wear on guys, get them down to the mat, hold them there, beat on them similar to Penn, make them give something up or just quit. Khabib's stand-up is always improving, but definitely his bread and butter is his wrestling and grappling. He's so good at wrestling and grappling. You know what he's gonna do, you know what his game plan is, and you just can't stop it. He's 29-0 for a reason. That performance against Justin Gaethje, nothing short of amazing, so impressive. Alright, so how could a matchup between Prime Penn and Prime Khabib Nurmagomedov possibly play out? I think stylistically, it's kind of like a tough matchup for both. Penn was really difficult to take down. You're going to take damage while trying to take him down. If you're forced to stand with him, he can hurt you on the feet. If you take it to the ground, you risk getting control there. He was like a shark in the water on the ground. And his natural physical abilities really complemented his skill. Khabib just doesn't have the knockout power to hurt Penn on the feet. I do think Penn's stand-up was at his peak, better than anything we've seen from Khabib. But honestly, Khabib is not a slouch on the feet. He's really improved. He's hung in there with some strikers. Of course, not for like an extended amount of time. His objective and goal is to take the fight to the mat, but he can hang on the feet. Do I think Khabib Nurmagomedov could take BJ-Penn down? Yes, I do. Do I think it'll be easy? Not necessarily, but eventually I do think he would get him to the mat. Who would get the better of the grappling on the mat? I think Khabib's strength in his wrestling is good enough to control a Prime Penn on the ground. I think Khabib would get top position. Penn to me was never really exceptional off his back, and I think he would beat on BJ, something similar to what Matt Hughes did. If Penn was able to keep it on the feet, he definitely would have a great shot at winning this fight. I think he wins the fight on the feet, but BJ has never been known to have great cardio, and that's something that Khabib would exploit, so that's another route for Khabib to win. Make Penn work, make him grapple, wash, rinse, repeat, pretty much what he does with other opponents, exploit Penn's weakness in the cardio department. And I think pretty much that's what would happen. Prime Penn could absolutely beat Khabib, but I would favor Khabib Nurmagomedov to beat Prime BJ-Penn 60-40. That's a style matchup thing. That's a testament to how good Khabib is. But remember, I said 60-40. If BJ-Penn were to be able to keep it on the feet, he could really hurt Khabib, and it's not crazy to say that he could stop him on the feet, because Prime Penn could, or at least stun him. The fight could hit the floor at that point, and from there, who knows, maybe Penn could secure a sub, his signature rear naked choke. BJ was really that good. Too bad we don't have a time machine. It would be an insane super fight. But my final pick, I do think Khabib Nurmagomedov at his best beats a prime BJ Penn at his best more often than not. These are my thoughts on this fantasy fight, guys. I invite you to drop your opinions in the comment section. Who wins this fight? Prime BJ Penn versus prime Khabib Nurmagomedov. Thanks for watching the segment, guys. If you enjoyed it and this is your first time at the channel, consider subscribing, like and share as it helps the channel grow. Appreciate you guys to the max. And until the next one, my friends, you all take care.